Let's say you are in the market to purchase a new SUV and you've got all these requirements for that car and all of them are kind of important. But what if the first dealership came and said, I have got the perfect SUV for you. It's right there. Do you need any of this information here if this is what they're trying to sell you? I mean, what should you do when you see this? You should walk away, right? So how does this relate to procurement? We understand you're going to have specs and requirements. What's currently happening in most tenders is that you typically have to go through every spec of each proposal to see what. Does it meet the requirement? It doesn't meet the requirement. How well does it meet the requirements? But if the proposal is so bad and you will never going to hire them in the first place, does it make sense to you to go through all of that? It doesn't. So what we need is a tool that allows you as an owner to quickly look at vendors and differentiate the vendors that look like this from the vendors that look great. And we want you to do that very fast and efficiently. So how can we make the proposal evaluation process look like this SUV example here? The problem is the current tender process isn't easy enough for us to see differentials. And why is that? If you look at most proposals that you currently receive, you will see how unspecific the majority of its contents are and how much marketing and generic information they contain, which are almost identical between vendors, but with slightly different language. Take a look at this. This is a real food and dining services tender, and there are typically three major players: Sodexo, Aramark, Chartwells. So health is always an issue. So here's the three responses. Safeguarding health and safety is our moral responsibility. We work hard to establish a safety culture. From the food we serve, we make sure safety is an everyday mindset. We work hard to create a safety culture. Health and safety is a global strategic priority for our firm. We are committed to a global health and safety culture. Who would you pick? Yes, they all look the same. And think about it, this is just one paragraph. Imagine evaluating 60 pages like this. The laser focus of the XPD Best-Value Procurement approach is on identifying expertise through the procurement process. Because experts is what makes successful projects and services. So, through the rigorous research that sits behind that approach, we found three key areas where experts can dominantly differentiate themselves. First, their ability to look at our project and service and provide a concise plan of their approach, explaining what they are going to do before they actually start doing it. Two, their ability to identify and prioritize risks that are specific to our project and service. And finally, using their expertise to look at our specific project and requirements and suggest some value-added ideas that we might have not thought of as a client, but it will maximize the value of the projects. These three areas, along with a unique interview style of vendors' key personnel and a rigorous clarification period, is what makes the best value procurement process unique. When putting together your next RFP, just ask yourself, is what I'm asking vendors to turn back in going to help me differentiate expertise? If not, don't throw it out of the window, but just don't use it as an evaluation factor, and rather seek this information from the identified expert vendor during negotiation or clarification period. And remember, successful projects or services start here. Start with your tender process.